coverage you can count on with Chief Meteorologist Taylor Knust and the Wave 31 Storm Tracker Early Warning Radar Network.
Keeping an eye on showers and storms across Mississippi that will be heading into Alabama overnight tonight. Right now, we do have one tornado warning south of Jackson, Mississippi. That is not anywhere close to us, and it's really not looking like we will have any threat for tornadoes in North Alabama and across the region throughout the night tonight. So that's the good news, but we are still expecting the potential of some pretty intense straight line winds over the next few hours across northwest Alabama. Here's a look at our early warning radar network, the Muscle Shoals live radar, picking up on what could be the first of some intense bands of rain and wind. Right around there, just about to approach the state line, is where we're anticipating maybe a little bit more intense winds heading your way. So here's the track for the next hour or so, arriving near Florence and Muscle Shoals, probably around the top of this next hour, right around or shortly after 11 o'clock is when we could get an additional surge of wind. I know it is already pretty windy out there. Might see that become even more intense as we approach the top of this next hour. That part of the state, northwest Alabama, is the area we are watching for the damaging wind potential. So really it's between now and midnight or 1 o'clock where we will have that threat for straight line winds. Once we get those showers and storms east of I-65, they're probably going to weaken to the point where we don't have that threat for the damaging straight line winds. Again, it will be windy across the region throughout the night, but the most intense and the potential for the severe winds will be over the next couple of hours. All of that rain will transition eastward as we move through the night, weakening gradually as it does so, but still bringing some rain, maybe some occasional thunder, and then gradually clearing out once we get around sunrise on Thursday. I think most of your morning commutes should be just fine, including when you're sending the kids to school tomorrow morning. Rain totals not looking too intense for most of us, around a quarter inch around Huntsville, maybe a little bit heavier amounts around the Shoals and into far southern Tennessee as well. Again, even though we're not seeing storms just yet, the wind is howling out there across much of North Alabama. Wind advisory remains in effect until 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. We already have winds that are gusting around 35 to 40 miles per hour between Huntsville and Fayetteville, back toward Muscle Shoals. Ahead of that line of showers and storms, 36 mile per hour winds in place at this moment. The wind will be probably most intense for the next several hours and then decreases late overnight tonight. So your morning drive, you're not going to be contesting with extreme wind. We will see that pick back up a little bit by Thursday afternoon with gusts up to 30 miles per hour possible at that time. And then after that, we should see the wind die down. Beyond that breeze, should be pretty pleasant tomorrow. A lot of sunshine, temperatures in the 60s once again, 67 in Huntsville and 66 your forecast high in Moulton. Back to reality on Friday, near normal with highs in the low to mid 50s, 53 in Huntsville at that point. More low to mid 50s expected this weekend, and rain back in the forecast this weekend. Should be a dry start to the weekend. Saturday during the daytime looking dry, but by Saturday night, here comes our next wave of moisture. Not expecting thunderstorms out of that, just a good old fashioned rain moving through Saturday night through parts of the day on Sunday, and that's going to help keep the temperatures near average compared to what we have seen recently. More low 50s early next week, another round of rain coming next week, in particular around next Tuesday into Tuesday night. That round could bring us our next chance of storms. As for tonight, once again, tracking potential for a couple of severe storms in northwest Alabama, with damaging wind being the primary threat.